Have you ever had a friend who left you feeling uneasy, but you couldn't quite put your finger on why? I remember once I had a friend who always seemed supportive, but after every conversation, I felt a little more drained and unsure of myself. Has that ever happened to you? Let me know in the comments. Sometimes, the most damaging friendships aren't the ones that are obviously toxic, but the ones that quietly chip away at your confidence and happiness. We're taught to look out for the big warning signs: betrayal, constant criticism, or outright manipulation. But what about the subtle red flags that slip under the radar? The ones that make you question yourself instead of the friendship? Today, I'm sharing 8 red flags in friendships that most people miss. These aren't the dramatic betrayals you see in movies. They're the quiet patterns that over time can leave you feeling drained, confused, or doubting your own worth. As I go through these, see if any sound familiar to you. Let's start with the first red flag: one-sided emotional labor. Have you ever noticed you're always the one listening, supporting, or checking in, but when you need a shoulder, your friend is nowhere to be found? I've been there myself, and it's exhausting. Healthy friendships go both ways. Wanting support isn't selfish, it's essential. Another subtle sign to watch for is subtle competition. It's normal for friends to motivate each other, but if your friend always tries to outdo you, even in small ways, it can feel like you're in a competition instead of a partnership. For example, I once shared some good news, and my friend immediately shifted the conversation to their own achievements. Has this ever happened to you? Share your experience below. Next, pay attention to inconsistent respect for your boundaries. Maybe your friend jokes about things you've asked them not to, or pressures you into situations you're uncomfortable with. Over time, this can make you question whether your needs matter at all. Similarly, emotional inconsistency is a red flag. If your friend is warm and supportive one day, then distant or cold the next, it can leave you feeling anxious and unsure where you stand. Healthy friendships are built on reliability and trust, not guessing games. Another sign is minimizing your feelings. If you open up about something that's bothering you and your friend brushes it off with "you're overreacting," it can make you doubt your own experiences. True friends validate your emotions, even if they don't fully understand them. Also, watch for conditional support. And if your friend is only there when it's convenient for them, or their support comes with strings attached, that's a problem. Real friendship means being there for each other, even when it's not easy. Gossiping about others is another red flag. If your friend frequently talks negatively about others behind their backs, ask yourself if they're so quick to share someone else's secrets, what's stopping them from sharing yours? Finally, notice if there's a lack of genuine happiness for your success. Do your friends celebrate your wins, or do they seem indifferent or even annoyed? True friends are genuinely happy for each other's achievements. Now that we've explored these 8 red flags, remember, no friendship is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes, and sometimes people act out of stress or insecurity. What matters is the willingness to acknowledge and address these issues. If you recognize any of these red flags in your friendships, don't rush to cut people out. Start by reflecting on how these patterns make you feel. Are you constantly anxious or drained after spending time with this person? Do you feel safe being your authentic self? Compare this with friendships that leave you feeling energized, understood, and valued. In those relationships, you can disagree without fear, set boundaries without guilt, and share your successes without worrying about jealousy. If you notice these red flags, consider having an honest conversation with your friend. Use I statements to express how you feel, like, "I feel hurt when my feelings are dismissed," or "I need more support when I'm going through tough times." Sometimes people aren't aware of how their actions affect others, and a gentle conversation can lead to positive change. But if nothing changes, it's okay to step back and protect your own well-being. Remember, you deserve friendships that lift you up, not weigh you down. Setting boundaries and recognizing red flags is an act of self-respect. The more you honor your own needs, the more you attract people who will do the same. So take a moment to reflect on your friendships. Notice the patterns, trust your instincts, and don't be afraid to make changes that serve your happiness. You're worthy of friendships that feel safe, supportive, and real. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe for more content like this, and share it with a friend who might need to hear it. And don't forget to comment below with your own experiences or questions. I'd love to hear from you.